Hello everyone, Thempire Ian here with the ban list, effective from the 2nd of September, that's tomorrow. This came out yesterday, so you know what's in it, I know what's in it. Let's talk about it instead of just reacting to it. We're not going to get a reaction from this because I was at the beach, sorry, I'm back from the beach now. But I was at the beach when this went live, and so I couldn't get immediate reactions, at least not here. I got them on Twitter, so you make sure you follow me on Twitter, I guess. I don't care about Twitter, who cares? But, yeah, let's talk about this list, because it is certainly a list. So obviously, first up we have Fiendsmith's Lacrima, which is an interesting hit. This is something I don't think anyone expected to see, a hit to Fiendsmith this early. Usually Konami likes to sit on new cards for a while before hitting them and hitting everything around them instead. Seeing a hit to Fiendsmith this early is a perhaps good sign for the future of ban lists, but the rest of the ban list is a bad sign for the future of ban lists, so, you know, don't count your chickens before they hatch, I suppose. This is... I originally thought this was a bad hit, because I don't like that we're hitting Fiendsmith this early. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. I really like the way Fiendsmith works as an engine, but the thing about it is that, and more importantly, as an engine that can be fit into a lot of different decks and not just the top decks. And in fact, I think if you hit it enough, by banning Beatrice, which you see down there, and by banning the Wave King Caesar, which you do not see down there, that by doing that, you can create a situation where it's not really worth it for the top decks to be playing a Fiendsmith engine, but the bottom tier decks will be able to use it to boost their end board. I feel like that's a possibility. But the thing is though, the thing that really made me change my mind on this hit is that Fiendsmith can still do all that. This hit does nothing to change Fiendsmith's ability to make a rank 6. Like nothing whatsoever, because Necroquip Princess still exists, Aerial Eater still exists. We're fine on that. What this does do though is it removes the 1200 damage that allows the Fiendsmith engine to also be a time card. So you know what? I'm glad to see this guy go, actually. Get him out of here. Next up is Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. Get her out of here. I don't want to see Appaloosa on an end board ever again. I saw a lot of people defending Appaloosa online, using the same arguments that people use for Max C, which is... Yeah, we're just going to be having these arguments forever, right? If a card is so toxic that it is... or at the very least broken, that is capable of being used in every single deck to some degree of playability, then there will always be people arguing that the lower tier decks are losing out because they lose access to it. Oh, it makes my dog shit deck better. Yeah, and also Snake Eyes plays this card. What are you doing? What are we doing here? Get this card out of here. I'm so sick of it. If your dog shit deck needs to play Appaloosa to be good, maybe Konami should simply print better cards for that deck, huh? Maybe the problem isn't the fact that Appaloosa got banned. Maybe the problem is that Konami doesn't print cards for your deck. Konami controls both the cards that get printed and the cards get banned. So I don't think being mad about a card being banned is the right course here. I think the issue is they haven't printed anything for your deck that makes it playable. Next up is Heart Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. Well deserved. Get this guy out of here. I can't believe he's been around for this long, frankly. Just really annoying. Not even like particularly good. Nobody's playing Centurion. I guess people are playing Centurion, but nobody's seeing a whole lot of success with it. It's just really annoying. So get rid of him. I like that. And Beatrice, of course, Beatrice needed to go. Beatrice has had this a long time coming, and I'm really glad to see it finally stick. Just really... Honestly, the bans are really good. The limits are not so good, and what's not on the ban list is not so good. You'll notice that there's only 4 bans in a format that could easily have seen like 7 bans, maybe. Let's move on to the limited list. Ava's back, which is interesting. You know, Drytron's not bad, right? Drytron's not a bad deck if you bring back Ava. I mean, I can see it getting a little bit of play. I think it's about time for it to come back, though. If this Ava coming to 1 is what brings Drytron back, I think that's fine. I like that, actually. What I don't like so much is Ash and Poplar to 1. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? When is Konami going to learn that consistency hits do not fix the problem? Limiting Ash to 1 and Poplar to 1. While also, I'll remind you, not doing... Okay, hold on. How many things need to be hit to stop Snake Eyes? If you're going to limit cards only, you need to limit Diabell Star, Wanted, Ash, maybe Poplar, Bonfire. They did Ash and Poplar. Snake Eyes is fine. Snake Eyes is perfectly fine. You still have, let's see here, 6, 9, 10, 11 ways to get the Poplar. Why are we doing this? 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 And then Ash is still around too. If you had banned Ash, I don't think banning Ash is the correct choice. I could understand this being like where you stop, banning Ash and limiting Poplar. But limiting Ash and limiting Poplar is just the stupidest way to deal with Snake Eyes. The way to deal with Snake Eyes, in my estimation, is banning Flamberge. If you ban Flamberge Dragon, you ban their ability to link spam. You just completely turn it off. That's the problem with the deck, is the ability to link spam. If you ban Flamberge, it no longer can do that. Simple! Like, I'm sorry you have to ban the boss monster of the archetype, but newsflash, it's not actually the boss monster, it's the engine. If you ban Flamberge, the rest of the Snake Eyes can still be playable as pieces of engine for other fire decks. Like Snake Eyes Fire King could still be playable without Flamberge, it just would have to look a little different. Literally every other choice just completely kills the deck, in my estimate. If you any other choice for banning, like Ash or OSS, just completely kills the deck, in my estimation. Flamberge is the one that lets it stay around as an engine in other decks. I like that choice. Clearly, Konami doesn't want to kill the deck either, because it's part of the big lore. But they also don't want to do anything about Flamberge. They want to just keep poking away at little cards here and there, putting them to 1, and seeing that ever fixes the problem. And it never does. But hey, maybe in a couple more months we'll limit Bonfire, and then it'll still be playable. And then we'll limit Diabell Star, and it'll still be the best deck in the room. And then we'll limit Wanted, and then maybe finally it won't be the best deck in the room, but it'll still be, maybe. Especially because they still have the Fiendsmith stuff, which still works. The Fiendsmith stuff still just works. Necroquip Princess is a perfectly fine replacement for Lacrima. Speaking of things that still work, we have number 40 Gimmick Puppet of Strings and number C40 Gimmick Puppet of Dark Strings. The FTK still works. Limiting these cards does not stop the FTK. So what was the point? What was the point of limiting these cards if they don't stop the FTK? I literally don't understand. If it doesn't stop the FTK, why bother? Clearly you want the FTK to still exist. By the way, no Catapult Turtle ban, so if you want another FTK, Tachyon Galaxy is going to have another one for you coming soon. So get ready for that too. Branded Fusion to 1. Branded Fusion to 1. Branded Fusion to 1. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, okay, here's the thing about me and the ban list right now. I sound angry. I'm not angry. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. I've been at the beach. I'm perfectly fine. I'm chill, man. But I'm disappointed. Because Branded Fusion to 1 is such a clear indicator that the people running the ban list do not actually know how to balance their own game. Yeah, Branded Fusion's the problem. But we don't want to ban it either. Branded Fusion is the problem, though. Not, Sanctifier Dragon. The guy who does the unfair gimmick puppet luck that makes the deck what it is right now. Couldn't even just ban gimmick puppet. I guess it should be gimmick puppet of nightmares, I believe was that one. Literally either one, the Sanctifier or gimmick puppet of nightmares would have been decent hits. I think Sanctifier is the hit because if you hit puppet, they're just going to use Jowgen or whatever. Like there's like 10 million cards they can use instead of gimmick puppet of nightmares. But Branded Fusion is the 100% wrong hit. It's just wrong. It's just incorrect. Like it's not even like I prefer they hit this. No, it's wrong. It's incorrect. It does nothing. Branded Fusion is one of the most accessible and recyclable fusion spells that has ever existed. Putting it to 1 does absolutely nothing, as anyone who has played Master Duel for the last year can attest. Opening of the Spirit Gates. This one makes sense in a way. Obviously, it's a hit to Yubel. It does actually hit Yubel. I think it hurts Yubel quite a bit. I just think it's the wrong hit. I just think the correct hit is Phantom of Yubel. I don't know why we need to punish the Sacred Beast for the crime of Yubel, when there's a card in Yubel that should not have ever been printed. The Phantom of Yubel just should not exist. And I think just limiting that, or even banning it, would be a better option than opening the Spirit Gates. And I think they both do about the same amount to the deck, which frankly, I think is fine to stick around. I don't want to see Yubel dead, right? I think Yubel is a fun, interesting deck compared to some of the other things that are going to be looking pretty good after this list. Namely Snake Eyes, Tenpai, and Gimmick Puppet. Maybe Tachyon Galaxy FTK too. But I just don't know why we need to hit opening of the Spirit Gates to hit Yubel when they have so many powerful cards in their own archetype you could hit without like just destroying Sacred Beasts. Pot of Prosperity to 1, it was always going to happen. I feel like this is a long time coming. I could see it going off the list, frankly. Or off the banned. I could see it getting banned, frankly. But that one's fine. I don't care about that one. Sangen Summoning, though. Sangen Summoning to 1. Sangen Summoning to 1. Dog. If you want to put something in the Tenpai deck to 1, why would it be the field spell? The field spell is powerful. It's also searchable. Granted, the whole entire deck is searchable. That's what makes the thing so powerful. Why'd you print it that way? But like, just ban it. Just ban it. Why put it to 1? Just ban it. I feel like there's better cards in the Tenpai deck to put to 1. First of all, I think putting the monsters to 1 is more impactful than putting the field spell to 1. But if you're going to hit the field spell, Banning it, I feel like, would actually do something to the deck. I feel like putting the field spell to 1 is exactly the wrong move to actually accomplish anything. I don't know. That one, I feel like I could be wrong on, though. That grass looks greener. I really don't like this coming off the list. I know it does nothing in Master Duel. Look, I just don't like when this thing resolves, right? The reason why it does nothing in Master Duel is because you never draw it, and when you do draw it, they have the response. But if it does resolve, you know, it's the most annoying thing to deal with. I just don't like it coming off the list. It should just stay on the list forever. Skill Drain, though. Glad to see Skill Drain back to 1. I don't know why they ever brought it to 3 in the first place. Get that thing out of here. Just ban it. Get rid of it. Semi-limits, all the Dragon Rulers coming to 2. Really nice to see Dragon Rulers back. That's perfectly fine. Lunalight Tiger, sure, why not? Thunder Dragon Colossus, I would really prefer to be seeing going back to 0. But again, it hasn't done anything. It's just really annoying when it does get on the field. It's like, that's the thing, is like, we're reversing course on some of these things where it's like, yeah, it's not meta relevant, but it is really annoying and shouldn't be allowed, right? We're reversing course on some of that, but we're also not, because we went and banned Hot Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. So it's just like, it feels like Konami doesn't know what they're doing with the ban list. They don't have a philosophy for their ban list. They're just moving cards around and seeing if that makes people happy. And it doesn't make anyone happy. Everyone's madder than they ever been, and that's including the time people they're posting vomiting horses. The World Challenge Justice Char is fine. That's whatever. Armageddon Knight to 3, fine. Red Rose Dragon to 3. Why did it take so long, frankly? Kieran to 3, sure. Plush Fire to 3, it's getting an errata, so it's fine. Ancient Fairy Dragon to 3, why did it take so long after the errata? Denglong to 3, that's fine. It's been fine at 1, it's fine. Time Seal to 3. Why did it take so long? Why is it only coming off now? But that's really not what bugs me the most. The parts that bugs me the most are the limited and forbidden sections. And I don't know. I don't know what we really do about it at this point. Well, I know what I do about it. I'm going to start playing Alestrals. It looks really fun. I'll have a video coming out about it soon. But I just don't know what to do about this. I'm not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! Just to be clear. Just to be absolutely clear, I'm not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm just not going to be very excited about this upcoming format. I'm just not excited about this upcoming format, and I haven't been excited about this past format. And things might just like slow down on the Yu-Gi-Oh front for me until things get a little better. That's the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that it has its moments where it's bad, but it usually comes back. I don't like the direction it's going right now. I feel like maybe this bad spot is going to last a little longer than I would hope. And it might actually keep going longer than that. Even it's not a good look for the future of the game. But I think it will come back at some point, maybe. And you know, I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll keep looking at it, and I'll keep, you know, playing it occasionally. I'm just gonna like feel out other things, you know. Alestrals look really fun. I really like Pharaoh Geist. He's a cool tax camel. He's like Masquerade Dragon, but a camel with big pyramids on his back. He's cool. You should check out Alestrals. I'm not sponsored at all, by the way. I just like the game, and I want you to watch the videos. By the way, we made it to 1K subscribers, which makes this ban list even more bittersweet, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really what's gotten me here to 1K. And now I'm here at 1K, and finally able to get ad revenue, and I'm like, what do I do about Yu-Gi-Oh! Now? What do I do? We're going to keep doing new card reacts, and We'll do Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is still a very fun game as long as you're not playing exactly the main formats. I don't like Master Duel anymore. I don't really like TCG right now. I've never been a huge fan of Master Duel, I guess, but you know what I mean. And we're just gonna see where that takes us, right? So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this down below. And thanks for 1K. See you in the next one. Bye. Hey there. Thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. You have a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You can also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories that you want, all to supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now!